Well, folks, what do you say about this? 104 points to 14. The All Blacks over the Eagles in Washington, D.C. That's a pretty lopsided scoreline. If you wanted some tries and you were at that game, you certainly saw a few of those. A lot of different try scorers. Will Jordan gets a hat trick. I mean, the Eagles get a couple of tries, which is nice, kind of feel good moments, one in each half for them. But ultimately, the All Blacks pretty much ran riot in this one. I'll go through some of the key events and some of the stats, but yeah, there's a lot of tries. So there you go. Yeah, like I said, 104 points to 14. That's the final score. It didn't take the All Blacks long to get on the board. I should say though, before the game started, the US guys kind of laid out a jersey as a tribute thing to Sean Wainui, who recently passed away in a car accident, which was really nice to see. That was, apparently on a lot of the All Blacks guys' minds because a lot of them are teammates with him for one team or another. So yeah, that was really nice to see, and also good to see the reaction of the US players during the haka. For some of these guys, that may be kind of their only chance to ever get to play up against the All Blacks, so that may be a once-in-a-lifetime thing. Even if you're getting beat by 100 points, you can still go and tell your grandkids that you got to play the All Blacks once. But yeah, like I said, it didn't take long. Jacobson got the first try on a minute, and it was just way too easy. It's just like hands out wide. D-Mac, ball to Bridge to Jacobson, 7-0. Ethan de Groot got his first try for the All Blacks on 6 minutes. That one was Tupaia, who'd gone close in the build-up. Tupaia was big in this game. Jordan got a hat-trick. He got one on 9 minutes, so it was kind of 1, 6, 9. Like, for a while, it was well faster than a point a minute for the All Blacks. And it ends up being faster than a point a minute, but you're wondering, are the All Blacks going to win this by 150 at one point? I didn't think so because I thought, once you get that far ahead, it's kind of really hard to set that next goal to want to keep like fighting for tries. Maybe the American guys are going to kind of get up with the speed a little bit more, but yeah. D-Mac got one, Mo'unga got one, and Mo'unga's footwork, they couldn't live with that. I mean, guys better than the American team players, guys at Super Rugby level and at international level struggle with Mo'unga's footwork, so it's kind of not surprising to see him absolutely running riot against guys, I think pretty much all of them who play in the MLR. As their regular rugby gigs. Ta'avao got a couple of tries, which was good for him because he's not kind of a regular try scorer for the All Blacks. Tupaia, who I also mentioned, was massive. He got one as well, and that was just the first half. To be fair, Augsburger, who was probably the best US player maybe in the game, especially in the first half, he did have one moment where he let the ball come out the back of a ruck when they were kind of doing the caterpillar ruck thing, and he lost control of it, so he got smashed by Vai, who was also very good with his offloads. But yeah, Augsburger got the try. Bit of a sniping run, ran into his own player. His player kind of gave him a shove, and he showed some good footwork to go over. So at least he got a try for the US. So it's 59-7 at halftime. That's what you're wondering. 59 divided by 2, times 2. You're thinking maybe it could be 120 odd. Depends if they kind of up the tempo or if they switch off in the second half. Like possession 70-30 at halftime, but territory is 58-42. So the US guys have got the territory, but it's largely because the All Blacks guys just don't kick the ball. They know they're under virtually no threat in their own half, so they just run everything out of their own half. So they spend phase in their own half, and then line break. So the time they spend in the American half is often not that long because it's a clean break through to the try line, right? So run meters is 630 to 116. 630 is sometimes more than you will see in an entire game from both teams combined. The All Blacks have got that in one half. Clean breaks 13 to 2 at halftime. Both sides tackling in the 70s, which is actually pretty poor. But the US have already had to make 80 tackles to the All Blacks 22. So, yeah. Second half, the route kind of continues. Ta'avao gets his second. Papali'i gets one, which was good to see for him. There's a bit of a break because ALB gets one. There's a break between the tries where it's starting to, like the spacing is starting to slow down. It's more like every 10 minutes, ALB to Barrett. But then a bit of a flurry at the end because after Barrett's one, Jordan gets another. Coles gets one. Coles the one, he shouldn't have been able to get that, but he was hungry for it. And likewise, Perenara, when he came on, was pretty hungry as well. They clearly wanted the Hundy. But, that being said, the US got one through Mattias. He got his pants pulled down by Will Jordan. They didn't have a heck of a lot of camera angles for the TMO check on that one, but it was on-field try. Looked like Will Jordan kind of had his legs in the air. So, yeah, man, just give the bloody thing. It's not going to make a difference in the game. So, yeah, 2 tries and a great conversion from Cardi. For that one. So, 14 points for them. 104 for the All Blacks. They were definitely chasing the triple digits with that last play. Enor went down the wing and unselfishly kind of gave it away. So, yeah, Perenara, who, as I said, looked pretty hungry to get a try, does end up getting a try. The stats, man, run meters 214 to, at least when I checked before the game, it'll change as they review the games, but it was 1,111, so 1111. I haven't seen numbers like that since New Zealand played Tonga, and they put 100 points on in that game as well. Kicks from hand was 7-5, which is the lowest I've seen. It's usually 40 kicks a game, easy. For it to be that few kicks, just shows the All Blacks didn't really want to kick, man. They were quite happy just to run everything. Possession 60-40 to the All Blacks, but the Territories flipped around the other way. Kind of same story. Clean breaks 21-2. Defenders beaten 48-10. So the ABs end up improving their tackle numbers to 89% in that second half. The States finished with 73, which, as you can see, is actually pretty low. And some of them were just total clean breaks, so it's not even a missed tackle. So often it's just beat the one-on-one tackler and then there's 3 All Blacks guys in support. So you don't even have to beat a tackle. You just got to pass to your mate next to you to score that try. Often the guy who gets the try assist was probably getting smashed because the American guy would make the tackle. But there was always an extra guy there in support. So All Blacks hands, man, it's just too good. Augsburger finishes the top run meter guy for the States with 54. The next best is 27. Gromagees made 15 out of 17 tackles, so he was their top guy defensively for the States. Will Jordan, 166 run meters. Tupaia, 162 run meters. DMAC, 105 and beats 13 defenders. The US had 10. So, yeah, you gotta wonder what's the point in this kind of game. I'm sure, like I said, the fans who went to the game, for a lot of these people, it's your first chance to see the All Blacks play. You don't get to see them very often, so it's kind of good for promoting the game. But 104 points to 14 is not much of a spectacle when the main thing you're kind of thinking about is, are they going to get to 100 or not? Are the All Blacks going to concede any tries or not? Weird game clock on the screen as well. Weird game clock. I've never seen it. It was like a digital clock, like an old alarm clock style that was just kind of ticking over. Weird. But yeah, I don't know what much else to say, folks. It's the hiding we expected. There was a seemingly one serious injury to one of the US players, so fingers crossed. I didn't actually see who it was. Whoever that person is not as bad as initially first seen. I don't think the All Blacks had any injuries. But yeah, it just seemed like a bit of a training round. I hope the crowd had good entertainment. As I said, you certainly saw a few tries scored, but 104 points to 14 is a big old hiding. So there you go. You guys let me know your thoughts. All Blacks very slick. US still, I know without their main players, but still, need more game times with teams at a level probably closer to their own rather than this. But then again, once in a lifetime thing, like I said. I'm going to call it here, guys. You guys take care, and I'll talk to you again soon. See you later.